Wow, nice.
Why are you up there?
How's it going?
It's going. Bone Snapper's mic didn't work, and we tried. We really tried. We tried for like 30 minutes to get it going, so he is bowing out for the night.
Okay.
We are live.
Okay, we're live. With that, cool. We had a lot happen last session, and we got most of our players in today. Sadly, again, Rockus Bone Snapper will not be with us. I'm assuming he's chasing after Nagn.
Because he's not here because of no fault of his own. I don't really want to punish him for that, so we'll let him decide what happens. Maybe he got a little call from something out in the ocean and had to go follow it. We'll see where that leads in the future. I think it's only fitting that we have the one character, Lomar, who really had a lot more going on last session than anyone else. Does Lomar fill up for that?
Lomar's mind is all over the place, especially due to the fact that he's currently suffering from an illness, but he will do his best to relay what that illness is and pretty much focus on that, because that's all he's focused on at the moment. Yes, gosh, it was just so absolutely dreadful. We arrived at this town that did not look to be in great sorts, and I thought I could, do something to help these people. There were people with various appendages missing, and people that appear to just be very much in need of medical or maybe even magical assistance, although it sounds like magic is not really accepted well here, but nevertheless, I went up to try to assist someone, and unfortunately, I guess I'm the one who kind of needs assistance at this moment. I've developed a case of weeping pox, and all I really care about is finding a cure for it, because dying in 3 days just does not give me enough time to continue learning all I need to learn about this new place. So we've gone around, talking to people, meeting weird, was that a wooden thing? It was interesting. I must learn more about that. But we've kind of gone around town, and in our travels, we got into an interesting fight with a beast that I've never seen, and these other smaller things. It was just an overall odd experience. But again, this place does not seem to be very nurturing for everyone. But hey, if anyone can figure out how to cure this, it's going to be me. And obviously my friend did something also, but that's not really my concern at the moment.
Hopefully. With that, if you don't have inspiration, congratulations. You have inspiration.
Thank you.
You're going to need it.
Oh, I know.
So, I do believe we left off with you coming to an understanding that the Morbus Doctore can cure you.
Yes.
It's just going to cost you, I think it was 2,000 gold pieces worth of materials for him to get the concoction going, and it would take 3 days to get it done.
Yes.
After he gets those materials. And it ended with him talking about taking you to the trader, or the collector, I think is the actual phrase I used for him. So, you've already failed one saving throw with the Weeping Pox. You will have to make that saving throw each morning, and depending on how that roll goes, you may or may not lose more Constitution ability points. So it is a brutal disease. You felt really good for the first day when we had it.
I lost 2 Constitution points, right?
You did.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already taken it off my thing because I was at a +1. But now I'm at a 0.
Yeah, please keep track of that. If you do end up
Yep.
being cured, I believe you get all those back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Morbus Doctore is willing to take you to the trade. Second. Fix my roll 20 as it goes. What does Artie and Cutter and Nixie think about the current situation with Lomar? I'll start with Artie because alphabetical.
Um, I'm going to wear a mask. I heard that there's this thing called social distancing. I'm stick with the the federal Dracula's Association said on this and keep that distance from them. But interested to see where this goes. I really feel we should stay away from things in the water though. That didn't feel too good.
What in the water didn't feel good?
Nixie tried to make friends in the really worst way possible.
Oh yeah. Cutter, how are you feeling?
I think going to the library and researching a particular item that I know of would be very useful.
Interesting. All right. I'll see what I can do about a library for you. You are with the Morbus Doctore, and he did make that offer. He is making an effort to leave his place right now, but you want to ask him or the Wesselkind?
Yeah, one of those two. I'll go up and see if they know where a library is.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, would any of you know where a library is to read about magic items?
The Wesselkind looks at you and just starts grinding down his wooden fingers again, making that sawdust just fall to the ground. The Morbus Doctore looks at you. These are not allowed.
Oh, good to know.
The collector may have some, though. The collector will definitely have them. I hope you're willing to pay the price.
Depends on price, but
What
sure.
what do they collect?
You will find out. I found that most people who need him aren't willing to pay until they get there. They find out beforehand. They tend to run away.
Are you a broker for him? Or are you a broker for him?
No. We have come to mutual agreements in the past.
Scary, but interesting.
With that, Nixie, how are you feeling? What are you thinking?
I'm really curious about the lady in the manor. And I might want to go pay her a visit, if that's allowable.
Sorry, who do you want to pay a visit with?
The lady in the manor?
Which man?
The main manor?
Oh. You wish to speak with Annalita?
Yes.
That will be difficult. We understand it that she stays in the belfry with her followers protecting her. She likely comes out at night. You wouldn't want to see her.
Some sort of tower?
Yes, I believe you noticed it when we passed it, and there was all the veiled people standing outside.
Oh yes, that one. Well, I'll just go investigate it then, maybe.
Oh, try that. Gotta pick up my mic a little bit.
Oh, it's not your mic, it's
Oh.
my mic.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. With that, Lomar and Cutter and Artie, y'all are all going to be heading over to the Bone Collector. Is Nixie going to hang out with them and then bolt, or she want to do this separate?
I guess I'll go with you guys. Who's this bone collector guy? Also, DM, you can talk louder.
What? You've never given me permission to do that before.
I understand, but the mic settings are being difficult.
Awesome. Okay.
It means just for right now. Just for right now.
Okay. As long as I don't wake up the kid.
Good luck with that.
Thanks.
Ours are in another sleep regression. Yeah.
All right. And where is my Sayo? So, here's Sayo. I don't think I ever actually gave y'all his full. There's part of it. He's leading you here. So, as you walk down these streets, it's not quite afternoon. It is still misty, as you can tell. But the light cuts through enough. It's not too bad. Y'all passed by several corpses this morning. The Morbus Doctore did collect a few samples along the way. You all notice that it's not a very lively part of town over here. But there was a couple just turning a corner. They're all wearing, they were both wearing very fancy clothes, and it seemed like they were enjoying their time. And here it is. Now, this front lobby is for regular conventional things. We'll have to go into his back room, speak to him directly.
Lead the way.
Hello. May I help you? What you see is a very pale looking creature, reminiscent of an elf. But something's very off with this guy. Much gaunter skin, really thin hair, if any hair to speak of it all. Still very good looking in a sense, but also just very unsettling. You can see disjointed teeth, lengthy arms and legs. Unnatural. Doesn't really seem humanoid. But here we are. And this creature approaches you and asks how they can be of service.
Has the Morbus told me what items you're looking for?
Oh, he has a list that you haven't really asked for.
Okay. That works. Yes, sir. We are here for some items to get filled. Hoping that you have them in stock here or possibly even in your reserve section. I asked for the list from the doctor.
Yes, we'll need to speak with your master, Pink. Oh, very well. And he goes back through these curtains to go speak with his master, who I don't actually have the token for yet, so I'm using a stand-in token. So,
Baracus?
y'all forgive me. Baracus may be joining us. We'll see. I appreciate the effort. I will continue on with this just in case. And after a few moments of being back there, y'all have some time to check out this inside lobby if y'all want. Does anyone want to peruse that while you'll have this time?
What kind of gizmos and gadgets do they have out there?
So as you can see on the front tables, they have some syringes, some morbus doctori masks even. There's a jester hat that seems extremely out of place for this location, but maybe it has some local significance you're unaware of. A fine dagger, and on the other side, there's a book open up with some red lettering inside of it. What looks like a music box, puzzle box, and some candles, some wine, which this place being inside of a quarantine seems like a very rare commodity.
At least in what you could assume. And some other items, but you'd have to really dig into it if you want to know more.
What's the book read? Or can I read into the book?
Yeah, you can. You certainly can. So as you approach it, you start reading into it. Give me an Arcana check.
Already uses spider sense.
So as you're reading through this appears to be a first edition. So it's very heavily written into book on the history of magic. And it appears as you're perusing through it that the writings on it get more maddening as you go through the book. It was if it was written by someone in stages of their research and they lost their mind as they were writing this down.
Hey, I forget the wizard's name.
Lamar.
Lamar. Hey, Lamar. You like books, don't you?
Of course.
This looks like your kind of jam. You wizards kind of mad anyway, so maybe it's like doctors. You can't scribbling and shit. Maybe you can read it.
Call it mad, but obsessed. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Potato, tomato. We call it what it is.
Can I try reading it?
You can. As you're about to, the creature comes out and says, "Master will see you now. He's most interested in what kind of deal can be struck."
All right.
And he opens the door to the curtains so you can peer inside.
Test.
Test received.
Okay, this should work.
Oh, no, fine. So what you see before you is
Yeah. What is that?
yeah. So again, this is a placeholder. This what you see is a token for a bone golem, but that's not really what he is. He is big. Think Wilson Fisk, but even more so. And instead of there being flabby parts, it looks like the skin was stretched to this length. It doesn't appear to have any give in it. If you had to guess, it's this guy's bone density or the amount of bones in the body are more than it should have. He has very similar features to the other one. He smiles as you come in, and you notice that he has more teeth than he should. And yeah.
So it seems that your name was very, very literal. Interesting.
Welcome. It's always good to make a deal. Please come in. Call me Pink. What is it that Pink can do for his friends?
Well, Pink, I believe maybe we can make a deal, and there may be some items that we require that you will hopefully have.
Hmm. Let's see. You got a list, don't you? He
Oh,
always
yes.
comes in with lists.
A smart man always does.
Uh, did you want the list, or are you just gonna let him hand it over?
Well, I asked for it earlier, so I'd like to have
Oh,
hopefully
okay.
have kind of read through it a little bit.
Roger, apologies.
So,
So, what you see on this list, it's very common for you as a wizard. And you're like, okay, yeah, these are very common components. And
Hmm.
you're like, oh, yeah, these should be easy to come by. And then you kind of remember you're not from where you're from. You're
Yeah.
in a place under lockdown. And yeah, it makes sense. This would be even more difficult to procure. Although, surprisingly, the gold amount he quoted you seems fair, even in this environment.
Okay. All right. Now that I know what's on the list, then I hand over the list.
Oh, yeah, we have this. The
In stock?
eh, I'll have to call in a few favors to get some of these, and I can get it to you by the end of the day.
And about how much do you think this would come to?
Hmm, this is rare. I think something fine would be appropriate. Something small, something that won't hurt too much. Let's see. Which do you prefer more? Your feet or your ears?
Well, I prefer them to remain on me.
Oh, I don't take enough to where you get disabled. Maybe just enough to remember the trade. And just remember how good Pink came through for you.
Is there anything else you would trade for Pink?
Nothing else in this world pleases me more than what I want. And
Then
as
does
you
it
can
have to be?
tell, with the floor, when y'all walked in, it didn't really catch your eyes. But now that you're getting that question, you look around. These
Yeah.
tables are made out of bones. These
Oh,
floors are made out of bones.
I was going to say that 'cause I actually noticed that when I zoomed in. I was like, those look like bones on the floor.
Yeah.
Round up some dead bodies? We could get bones
That-
from those. Lots
That's what I was about to ask for. Like, does it have to be mine, or would you prefer a certain type of ear or foot bone?
Oh, he slinks back in his chair, visibly disappointed. He's like, it always starts off like this. They come in with simple requests, and I give a simple payment, and they want to barter. They never want to give their own. It's always sweeter when it's freely given. If you want to find someone who's down on their luck, they normally come to me anyways. But, yeah, if it's gonna not be you, hmm, yeah, I'll take a full humanoid. I think that would be sufficient. And he slaps the guy who's hanging uh, from his wall. It's a full skeleton, by the way. They keep pretty good this way.
Okay.
All right. So, any creature in particular, or just a humanoid in general?
Hmm. I'm only picky if they're willing, but I'll not force it. This is your trade, by the way. But if you don't pay, I don't deliver. And judging by that smell, I don't think you have much longer.
We'll have to see about that then.
Hmm.
But thank you for the information, sir.
A pleasure. Again, friends are always welcomed here. Lackey, go downstairs and get the ingredients. I have a feeling they won't disappoint.
Okay, let's go to that place where the monsters were killing people yesterday. I'm sure there's still some dead bodies floating around. Hey, don't get so close to everybody.
Artie, you know what I'm gonna ask,
Yes.
right?
Is he close to me?
Yep.
For a moment, I
No.
was, yes.
Oh, what the fuck? No. Am I in the doorway? Oh no. Artie's doing the 6 foot shuffle. Trying to.
Sorry, I got the wrong thing pulled up. So, I
So
believe it was a Constitution saving throw. What was the number?
17.
Okay, you're good. Yeah, you should be good.
How are we gonna play that? Because, like, we might not see he's moving towards us until after it happens. Do we get, like, a reaction to move away as he's coming towards us?
No.
I would do my best to keep my distance.
If Lomar gets too close to y'all, that's on Lomar.
Like, our characters would be able to see it. We just can't see it because it's digital.
So where are we going to find these dead bodies at? With monsters? I don't remember dead bodies with monsters. I remember all the dead diseased bodies.
The tentacle thing
The big
killed
tentacle
stuff.
thing we killed?
Oh. So we want to go back to that?
Yeah, I'm gonna fish up a dead body or two. Give him
Oh.
a nice tip.
Okay. Let's go do that.
No. All right. So y'all came out here to find corpses, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Remember there being one over here.
Yep. So you're looking exactly where you left them. This place doesn't seem to have a very strict law enforcement presence. Even the corpses of the creature you killed, you see some remnants left of it, but it looks like they were all hacked up and harvested. Y'all harvested the choice pieces. With Lomar investigating, you notice that it looks like some of the pieces were actually bitten off and chewed. Various types of teeth mark are shown. It could be different types of humanoids here in the city, but you're thinking that there are other creatures, and maybe even monsters here that are doing this.
On DM real quick. Is there a reason why everyone seems grayed out to me?
It's hazy.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I don't see it.
I mean, 'cause, like my character is as vibrant as it usually is, but everyone else
Oh.
looks like they're barely there.
How about now?
No, I mean it's not the shadows. Like I can see the shadows also, but like everyone is, like I said, they're like the visibility is really low for every other token on the screen for me.
Or it's hazy.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
I wish maybe you would say that or not, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I'll look into it. Yeah. The bodies are not there. Again, Lomar with his high freaking investigation check, he's able to figure out that it, like you're going through it like it is Sherlock Holmes. Okay, so they pulled him up right here. The guy who was trying to lift him up these stairs stumbled, and you can see the scuff marks. You know it's a guy who has very worn boots. He should probably get those updated. They were able to load it onto a cart that's no longer here, but you can tell by the width of it that it was being carried by one horse. No, nope, definitely a mule. And yeah, the mule's definitely seen better days. It seems like it's very skittish and afraid of something recently. The way it's stamping its feet. Maybe griffins are involved. And
How big, Griffin?
we heard you.
Yay! me who convened with Grumsh and found my voice again. I was lost in the ether, somewhere trapped between this realm and Nishrek.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I take that. Worst hangover ever.
I mean, when you vomit all night long.
You might be slightly dehydrated, but after it seems to be feeling much better now. Thank you guys. Me back.
Catching back up with the party. Baraka's Bone Snapper. Yeah, so you notice that there's a clear path, and it goes. Let me switch all over to the main Liesech or Liesech, depending on how you want to pronounce it.
Wait, so all the bodies are gone?
All the bodies are gone.
Thank you for clarifying.
So y'all were at this bridge. So the path that Lomar is able to get with his 27 investigation check.
You keep focusing back on that.
Clearly leads the party to one particular location. The only graveyard in the city.
Where's that at? Okay.
That's the Red Star.
Oh,
I'd
cool.
like to
Wanted to
make
go
my way over there then.
away.
And for reference, in case you forgot, this is the belfry right here.
Hold on, I'm zoomed in. Where's the belfry at? Okay. Is that where the bats are?
Yep. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh yeah.
So, as you approach this gate, it seems all the refuge and filth have been brought here to the governor's island. Yeah, this looks like a very intricate and amazing mansion that has been left in disrepair. But again, your focus right now is on bodies, so get you over to the graveyard, which is exactly the place I set up in case y'all pulled this kind of a shenanigan.
As we were heading towards graveyard, and obviously we saw the mansion, I'd like to try and figure out if I can tell if people were, I guess, in the area of the mansion recently. Obviously not towards the graveyard, but heading towards the mansion. Just curious.
There's lots of footprints, horse footprints, wheel marks. It seems this area is frequented, and it's very muddy here, so it makes tracking individuals
Okay.
very difficult. The only reason that you're able to follow these wheels to the graveyard is they're extremely fresh.
Gotcha. Oh, great, it's hazy again.
Yeah, supposed to be hazy. A little.
No, it's just hard to. I'm trying to make sure I don't get close to my companion, so it's kind of hard to see where they are.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can't see anybody else.
Yeah.
I see. I see. Is that Baracus? I think. Like 2 squares to the north of me, but that's about it. Oh, there we go. That's a little better.
Okay.
I can see.
Yeah, we can see people now.
Awesome. Okay. So, yeah, it's later in the day. It's cutting through more of that fog. So, here, actually, let me crank it up a little bit more. So, this is the Governor's Island Cemetery. Huge archway here. The Boengart Cemetery.
Wait, are we missing some? Oh, never mind. Sorry. Keep going.
1, 2.
I see him now.
Okay. Actually, I'll put you at the lead since you're the one leading everyone else, and
Okay.
at least 5 feet away from everyone.
Yeah.
All right. So here you are. Y'all are at the graveyard.
Curious, is the Doctori with us?
No, he has business elsewhere, and he's going to be in his lab if you should need him. You know where to find him.
Not a problem. I think this sucks. I think the tracks continue on through here.
And they do. So as you come in, a horrifying sight is presented to you. Mounds and mounds of skeletons and fresh corpses bleeding out, several of them showing signs of the weeping pox with black pustules broken out all over their body. The stench was already bad. This nice rose hedge around it gives a nice floral scent, which makes it even more disgusting to your senses. Yeah, that's what you see. You also see a what looks like a trying to think of the right word for it, a little building where they would hold wakes is over here as well.
Mm.
So yeah, there's plenty of bones.
Does it look like if we go deeper in there, we're going to have to do the. Oh my goodness, I keep forgetting his name.
Omar.
Omar, yeah. Sorry, the Lomar treatment.
You're not very sure about how this disease spreads, other than the fact that touchy is bad, and there's a lot of those types of looking corpses in there, and you don't really want to be touching.
Oh,
You
yeah,
all currently do not have a cart, but you do have a Naganash.
How about you bring them here and there, and we'll be here for moral support. Is there like a cart or anything nearby?
There's not. There's clear signs that there have been carts here many times, or several carts, or both, but there are no carts here. just mounds and mounds of bones. I mean, you're fairly certain that if there were any skeletons in these graves, that they would have been untouched by the weeping pox. They have years written on them, but they're not following any calendar you recognize. They're definitely not Dale Reckoning.
We're already bordering on the edge of morality here, picking up the bones of these people. Are we considering digging up the graves?
I'm definitely considering it.
I didn't bother.
I don't really have any other choice at the moment.
I
I mean, we can tie a rope to it or something, and like I can lift it up beneath me. At least 5 feet away, of course.
I'd like to make sure, just because not entirely certain how things will play out. So first off, I want to cast Mage Armor.
Okay, yeah. Cast a mage armor. All right.
Oh, wrong button.
Gonna help with your
Uh,
whiskey.
what you doing there, buddy?
I don't. It didn't change my armor class. Hold on.
So as Lomar is casting magic, it appears he's reinforcing his defenses. What's the rest of the party thinking? I see Cutter's out in the road still.
Yep, not messing with that stuff.
I'm digging through my pack for a rope.
Cutter, since you're out there, are you acting as like a spotter?
Yep.
All right, give me a perception check since you're actively doing it.
Sure.
Yeah, your passive's not quite good enough. You feel a slight unease. You feel like someone's watching, but it could just be fear of the gods with what y'all are about to do.
No, not all of us.
Sitting here watching.
For some reason, Mage Armor isn't updating my armor class.
That's okay. I got you.
Okay.
It should be 15, right?
I'm double check. Yes.
Okay, I got it on your character on the Roll20
Okay.
screen.
All right. Next, just
Oh,
because,
go
just to
ahead.
be on the safe side, if possible, I'd like to cast a ritual.
Okay. How long is this one gonna take?
Well, hold on, double check. Where I'm a scribe, I believe my rituals don't take as long.
Okay, while you're looking that up,
Yeah.
Cutter, what you see is a diminutive figure looking out at y'all from the other end of Governor's Isle, and it looks like he's watching y'all with interest. You take it to either be a child or one of those wooden things. It's hard to make out from where you're at. You also know that should you try to engage, it would probably be able to give you the slip before you could catch up to it.
I'll just keep an eye on it.
Okay.
All right, DM. It'll take me 1 minute.
Okay. So, describe to me what your party is watching you do, since you're not telling what you're doing.
I have no problem with saying it, but I will definitely describe it first. So after they saw me cast Mage Armor, and as they gave me looks, I'm like, look, Mike, I'm already not feeling too well, so I'm just going to be as safe as possible because we're dealing with the dead here. Then they see me get down on kind of like sit down and half sit, half kneel kind of thing, and open up a sack and excuse me. Out of the sack, I pull out a few sticks, different sizes, different markings on the sticks, and I shake them in my hand and then toss them on the ground. As I try to read the sticks and understand if I can get an omen from an otherworldly entity about our course, or I guess my course of action of digging through these bodies, and seeing if this is going to be a good or bad idea.
Oh,
If you
I'm
can't
looking
tell.
forward to this one.
So, DM, could you possibly tell me what my omen is?
As you toss your bones or sticks, they in every time you've done this, you've actually been very good at this and have had legitimate, proven success in getting your augury answered. The sticks stick in the mud straight up. They're neither weal nor woe. They this is a omen you've not encountered before. However, because of your experience and knowledge in this field, you're able to make an interpretation that
Okay.
okay, this is not a good result. This is not a bad result. This land is cursed. This place is without gods, at least to your understanding, or the gods are so cruel that people would rather believe they don't exist. And actions here, most people don't consider good or bad to begin with. They just are. Uh, so it is a terrifying omen to be sure. Uh, and you feel that maybe if you're not held to judgment in this world, maybe the next.
Okay. That is interesting. As my party can hear me muttering, this has never happened before. That's odd. Oh well. Let's keep pushing forward. I pick the bones up, put them in the bag, and continue on.
So, well, that's going on. We've got Artie as I'm gonna go to you, and then I'm gonna go to Bone Snapper. Artie, what were you doing during that time?
Artie was kind of digging around in his bag and watching the situation, trying to figure out, any sort of uh, little tool he could pull out, and he sees his friend do his uh, whatever, throwing his sticks in the mud, and gives him an eye. But just trying to figure out what the hell we're about to do here.
Uh, Bone Snapper, Baracus.
We have seen shaman throwing the bones before. Pheasant bones, swine bones, donkey bones, all kind bones been thrown. And sometimes put little sticks and acorns and shiny rocks. Me not know what they all mean, but me watch intently. Also, me watching, make sure we not get ambushed.
Yeah, with Baracus's experience and knowing about the March of the Dead, this may be a little unsettling, but one thing may bring ease to everyone's mind is magic is not very well received possibly in this place, so hopefully there's no necromancers or anyone who deals with that kind of stuff. Not that anyone was thinking that, but if you were, I mean,
He was totally thinking it. North of the spine, great hordes of undead. I've heard of them.
up and with that, Nixie. Who's in my face right now. Hi, can I help you? Okay. There we go.
No.
What's Nixie doing? Here, you can speak right here.
Everything kind of being all nervous about it. You need to.
Okay. She's wanting me to do stuff. Would y'all mind us taking a 5?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
You did fine.
Thank you. Right. Mostly said that because I have to urinate.
Nice.
I'll be right back then.
Sorry, his app was messing up and freaking out a bit. There should be ads in about a minute. I'll just run them now.
Thank you, Nixie, for fixing the camera. Okay, so while we have the break, honest question. Did any of y'all think I was actually going to make these bones attack y'all today? I think everyone took 5. Nice.
Couldn't put it past you.
Oh, when y'all come back, please roll your d12s because we're consistently forgetting the destiny points. That's 1 for me. That's another 1 for me. So close already. Actually, I'm DM Fiat. I'm changing that to where y'all get from 7 to 12. I always start off with so many more points than y'all. I'm not regretting my decision.
I just wanted to be like Artie.
Aw. You want a little goo monster? I hear shadow monsters are inside of you are all the rage.
That does not sound fun.
Yeah, because if I did get 3 destiny points, I would definitely have combat in here. And I don't really want to do that to y'all right now.
What happened?
Destiny dice, por favor. Nice. Bone Snapper just netted y'all another 2, so it is 1 DM to 4 players. Just need Daryl's 1d12. All right. Points are as follows. DM 1, players 5. You might actually want to use that when y'all are dealing with this.
I'm not dealing with nothing. I am staying away from dead bodies.
Okay. All right. I believe we are all back. Nixie, if you would like to tell me what you were doing, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Nixie is gonna be up here, just kind of like keeping an eye on everything from above, just actively peering around.
Okay. Give me a perception check then. Oh, yeah, you're actively peering around. Nothing's making a lot of great movement. You notice that Cutter is staring kind of around. He's looking around. He's looking coy, maybe. It's like he's looking at something, but he's not looking at something, maybe. You're not sure. Lomar dropped some sticks, but he picked them back up, which is nice. And yeah, Lomar's casting spells. All right, Lomar. You've got a few choices you see in front of you. Clearly available bodies, humanoid. You can easily pay your debt. These bodies already seem desecrated, and they weren't given any proper burial rites as far as you can tell, but you're also unfamiliar with this location, so I mean, maybe this is how they do. But you also got these gravestones, and you know that these guys were probably given proper burial rites, at the very least. Give me one more investigation check.
I'm gonna tie a rope around my waist and then fly over to Lomar and say, "Tie one on, quick."
You're close though.
Oh, I'm like above you.
I'm assuming you're like at least 15 feet above him, if not more.
Yeah.
That works. I'll tie it.
All right. So you're
It's an
going to grab one from
investigation.
the pile?
No, you said give you an investigation check, right?
Yes, please. All right. There was something bothering you about these graves. Normally, whenever bodies get put in the ground, there's a little bit of a displacement, and even over time, they never really get fully flat. These are flat, not just flat, but you're not sure if anything was ever actually buried here. These are just tombstones. And it seems like this was worn so much, the staircase, that it's actually broken off in some places. Which, if this place was in decline and they started piling bodies over here, why is there wear and tear over here? But you're feeling feverish, and you have a deal you need to make, and you need those ingredients tonight in order for the worst case scenario not to be your demise. So, what are you doing?
First, I'm going to look at the gravestone and see if I can see anything. Like, are there any words written on it? Any names?
So the years seem to be very well placed, birth and death, nothing extremely odd about them. All these people seem to have very long lifespans. This makes sense for a noble type family. They all have the Baron Grot last name, with no exception. And yeah, some are buried side by side. Yeah, they have unique images depicted on each one. All of them appear to have. Trying to think of something that your character would understand. This is a seafaring city. You take it that they probably made most of their money by trade and sea. So it looks similar to stories you've heard of krakens or squids, that type of iconography. And it makes sense. It's like, okay, the strong, expanding reach. And that is depicted throughout all of these gravestones in various forms.
Okay. All right.
And you do see some indication of a organization, Frost Church, and it. I think I'm missing it, but yeah, they all have the same organization throughout. It seems like some of them were clergy members or high priests.
You said Frost Church?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's interesting is these graves appear, since they don't seem to be disturbed in any way, which is odd. I'm going to check out the pile down south.
Is it
And
possible that nothing buried there because lost at sea, and so no body recovered? More ceremonial, like tomb of fallen heroes.
Maybe
It's possible, but all of them?
given
Is this all? I'm
crack
sorry, Nixie?
to see. I mean, like, they gotta give offerings, right? Why are they piling all the dead bodies here and now? It's probably because they lost the old ways.
Or are the bodies down here, or the skeletons down here the offering? No, they're desecrated though, so unless that's how they do things around here. I don't know. At this point, I don't care much anymore. I must just get what I came for.
Okay. Stay one on, and then grab another one.
Are you going to pick randomly, or are you going to be discerning in how you do?
Very discerning. One, discerning and making sure I try to find ones in the best possible quality. Obviously, not jumping into the pile and digging all the way through, but at least looking around to seeing what's in relatively better quality than others, and also keeping watch to see if there's anything that might possibly come out of this pile.
Right. You notice some movement as you were trying to look for, and it is discerning or concerning, but nothing lurches out or strikes out. There's clearly something inside of here, but it makes sense. There's a pile of corpses and there's monsters and creatures in this land, so it might just be a vulture-esque type creature, a bottom feeder that feeds on the dead. But it appears to be timid enough to not strike out at you.
Okay.
You are able, after... go ahead.
Now I was going to say that I'm noticing that I kind of take a step back and I use my mage hand to try to dig through the bodies at this moment, which is the telekinetic version, so it can be invisible. That way, no one can really see what's going on. But this, to others, it would just be they would see the bones moving. But in this case, I know which ones are actually I'm the one moving them.
Yep. So it takes you a little bit longer that way to find it, but you are able to find a human body that appears to be without weeping pox marks. It does look like the entrails of it have been removed. So it has been gutted, and so it's lighter than it used to be, I guess. So you got that going for you.
At this point, also with the movement, I'm gonna not really speak, but I kind of send my pixie friend a message. Might have found something. I'm not sure this is going to work, but I'm tying it up.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do so with not much effort. So yeah, you congratulations. The party has procured one corpse.
Try to send messages to my companions because curiosity is getting the better of me, but I'm doing my best to kind of keep it bay. Does anyone want to check out that building over there, or no? Or is that just me?
Later. We have to get those supplies today, right?
Correct. Thank you very much for holding me back.
Oh yeah, I will be dropping these nuggets of curiosity for y'all that are out. Yeah, I mean, y'all
can't
taking your
resist.
time and getting to them. What could possibly go wrong?
Lomar can't resist a good mystery too, so it's going to be eating at him for a while.
So Cutter, you've been keeping an eye on the small person who's been keeping an eye on y'all. Give me a deception check real quick. Unless you were wanting him to know that you knew that he was watching you.
Perception.
No, deception.
Oh, deception. I misheard. I'm better at that one.
I mean, lucky you. Okay, there you go. Do. All right. And let's see. Okay. Is as far as you know, he hasn't picked up that you're watching him. When y'all start making your way out, uh, you lose sight of him. It looks like he went behind the corner and he's maybe trying to pick y'all up somewhere else, or maybe he lost interest.
Okay.
And I'm using the he pronoun as a replacement for unknown because you don't know. You don't know. So the party is here on Governor's Isle with a corpse attached by rope to a ferry and the Cutter is currently at where the apothecary is. I'm going to put Lomar down where the collector is.
ADM.
Yes,
Artie's mic isn't working.
poor Artie. Did you get within 5 feet of Baracus?
Nope. you,
Me,
not
me,
me. So
me cast Cone of Silence on self.
yeah.
Yep. Oh wow.
Oh, thank you so much.
What went down? Oh, thank you. All right. So right now I got Lomart where the bone collector is. Mr. Pink. Now, how is the party actually going to play this out? So, and for Cutter, this is where you saw the diminutive person watching you.
I didn't see a pink.
Hardy takes off his cloak and says, maybe it's a better idea if we don't just drag a corpse through the streets.
Yeah, we're already being watched.
Like I said. And I put my cloak on the ground, and I step away from it and go, there you go. You can touch it now.
Right. So you've wrapped the corpse up in a. And you said your jacket.
Yes, in my cloak, actually.
Cool. Okay. So are we weekend and Burnings this?
Hey, if it's done right, don't do it any other way.
Well, I also know about an invisible mage hand.
Oh yeah.
What's the max you can lift with that?
Just 10 pounds.
Okay. So you can nod his head. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Just one
Nod
of
his
the
head.
shenanigans we got.
Nod his head, lift up his hand, or lift up the the arm, I guess.
All right. So White's circle is the bone trader, Pink's place. So, all right. Are y'all trying to deceive people as you do this, or are you just trying to go unnoticed?
I'm just flying. They can do what they want down there.
Oh, thank you. All of y'all's passive perceptions able to pick up on this. There are audible gasps. You can hear curtains close and windows shut as you do this, except for that same couple you saw earlier. They're going for a leisurely stroll, and the lady points out what's going on to what you could assume to be her husband, and she chuckles, not audible enough, not loud enough for y'all to hear from where the distance y'all are at, but he looks and chuckles too. But they turn down this road and will not be crossing paths with you as the party approaches. And yeah, there we go. Back to Pink with corpse in tow. Now, let me get a corpse for you. Tokens I didn't think I'd need to have on hand.
That's your fault. Like, with this
I know
party.
that is on me. That is absolutely on me.
He said near the corpse, so yeah.
There you go.
Delightful.
Best I could do on short notice. There you go.
That's okay.
There is currently no one out here. It seems. Actually, Cutter would have the most experience with this if Cutter goes in. Does Cutter go in? Nope.
Yeah, but I stay right next to the entrance.
Okay. So you're like right here. All right. With your background in knowledge, this is very much similar to the family you used to work for, and most of their stuff went unguarded because everyone knew not to mess with them. You're getting similar vibes from this establishment.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not stealing from here.
Ooh, Cutter would have actually picked up on this track over here.
Track or trap.
Trap or note. You see it?
Oh yeah, the thieves can't note.
Yep. Do you know what it is, or do I need to tell you?
It looks like something from Skyrim, but yeah, I don't know what that is.
Okay. Danger ahead.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. So here we are, Lomar. You have a corpse. Are you carrying it in the rest of the way from here? Like you're dragging this guy in?
Yeah, doing my best with my very low strength, but I'm sure my companions don't want to be around this corpse too much. So, do my best to do that. Yeah.
All right, so Nixie got it here, and so you're dragging this corpse along uh, this boned floor over the rug and through the curtain. Ah, nope, he's not here. I knew you'd be back. Either that or you'd be dead.
Yeah, not really many options.
Oh, there's always options. There's deals with devils instead. I'm
Yeah.
sure they make better deals than I would.
Well, I've got you for right now. So, with this, as I try to lug the corpse up, suffice.
uh, he reaches over his desk and just grabs it and slams it down on his table. And you see him stick his mouth right on the kneecap and just kind of you were expecting him to snap it open um, or crack it open to where he can get it out, but instead he just slowly stretches it, and you hear this sucking sound, and then it pop, uh, and he just sucks out the femur. Yeah, and when he's done, he lifts his head back away from the leg, and as far as you can tell, there's no incision. There's no cut. Uh, he was able to remove the bone without any damage to the skin. Yeah, you're not the first one who wrote about this. Your Morbus Doctore friend did the same.
Yeah, try to write down anything that's interesting, and you, sir, definitely are.
Of course, I'm the strongest of my kind here in the city.
So there are others here like you, or I guess of your kind.
Oh, I'm sure you'll meet them. Don't worry.
Will
But
it
if
be?
you do, I'll always give you a better deal. We're friends
Uh,
after all.
well, does this corpse? Well, he said yes. You've gotten this. So may I have the items for what I'm working on?
Oh, yes, yes. Some of them have to be delicately procured. I'll send them to your Morbus Doctore friend. Our Morbus Doctore friend. We're all friends here. Some might even call us a family. Would you say we're family?
I would say I would love to get to know you more to make that decision, but for now, I do thank you for calling me friend.
Hmm. Good. I'm glad to hear you say we're friends. It's almost as good. I will earn your trust in time. Now, go rest, go rest. Go explore our beautiful city. Get into more trouble, of course, so I can help you out with it. Yes. Helping out a friend in need, well, that just draws us closer together.
Oh, and do you have any of these cool masks in my size?
What? I do need another assistant. Last one didn't pan out. And he makes his way through the curtains and lurches over and sees you, Nixie. Oh, I thought your kind were extinct.
Yeah, that's what everyone tells me. But I'm a myth, or they've never heard of me.
No, the only reason we would make one your size is if the Wesselkin decided to no longer be immune. But we can always work something out. Would you like it? Would you like me to make one just for you?
Yes?
Oh, thank you. Now, it's such a small thing. Would you be willing to trade a toe? Just the small one. Just one knuckle. That's all I ask.
Sure, I don't use them anyway.
Okay. Uh, he goes over. Do you take your boot off or do you let him?
I'll take my own boot off.
Good call. All right. So you are willingly letting this happen. So with that, I'll let you roll it. Give me a 1d4. Okay. Your maximum HP is permanently reduced by 2.
Okay.
If you give it willingly, it is less detrimental than if he forcibly takes it, by the way. That's the feeling you get. He just sucked on your little toe, and it popped out, and now your little pinky toe just kind of dangles, but there's not much room for it to dangle. It does make getting the boot back on a little difficult, and it definitely felt uncomfortable, and you still feel uncomfortable, but there you go. Uh, you made a deal with him. I will make sure you have it tomorrow morning at the very latest. Please, please, do not get injured or sick before then. But if you do, always know that Pink is here to help you.
Thank you.
Oh, a pleasure indeed. Any one of my new friends need any more assistance from me? It has been a very profitable day. You smell different. Got her. Oh, and I feel like a chump because I didn't put Baraka's Bone Snapper on the board. Baraka's, is your mic working still?
Yeah, my mic is fine. Uh,
Okay.
Me just saw greatest fear, which is body parts being removed, uh, inextricably just being sucked out of the body. So I am terrified and keeping my distance.
Okay. He is successfully blocked off your exit, by the way, as he is narrowing in on Cutter.
Nope.
No. Hmm. Oh. So I'll give it to Cutter because he's got that uh, athleticism and bendy parts. Uh, he does look over at Baraka's bone snapper and smells again. Hmm. Bull orc. I know your kind should be extinct. Such interesting friends. Oh, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Here, I'll take a few steps back. And he does this in a manner that you would see a person do it with a domesticated animal that is afraid of them. And he's just easing and trying to lure you in.
May have seen this one before. No, no, no. I wait for someone else and then I'd use his cover.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, Brockus.
Is there an effect being cast?
Yes, magically charmed is what he is attempting.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, me use my psychic barrier.
Okay. He notices the effect doesn't work, and he gives the impression that he's saddened by it. I am sorry. I was only trying to make you feel more at ease. Nothing more.
Feel much more at ease when I am back at the local watering hole, puking into a spittoon.
Oh, in that case, my friend, what is your name, Blue One?
Go by Lomar.
Lomar, please take take 3 bottles on your way out as a gift.
What are these bottles of?
Oh, take your choice. They're all roughly the same price. And for me, what is worldly possessions? So bottles were back here.
Okay. Can I look at the bottles and try to see what they may possibly be? Or
Yep.
there are any signs on them?
Most of them are red wines. You're able to see by looking through the bottles. There's one dark brownish. It's a very opaque bottle, but you can tell it's definitely not wine. It's not a cork stopper. It's a very intricate glass stopper that has metal bindings on it, keeping it in.
My curiosity will kill me one day. I'll pick that one up.
Yeah, yeah. Lomar's player would know that that's probably whiskey.
Excuse me. So I will pick up the interesting opaque bottle and one of the reds.
Oh, warms my heart. Please, I'll go back through my curtain. And again, I'll not forget a single promise I've made. Please remember. And you hear a few more pops shortly after he gets back behind the curtain. All right. How's the party feeling? What's the party feeling up to doing?
Functioning at it.
I did not hear Cutter. I'm sorry.
I need to turn myself up.
It does help.
I still want to go back to the mayor or governor's aisle and look around. It seems super sketch.
Cutter, go ahead and give me another perception check since you've been keeping tabs on him.
Goody, goody. If I ever see a point at which I can get the drop on him and surprise him, let me know.
I will. It is.
Ooh, not so bueno.
Yeah. So that creature has been strategically placing themselves in a place where it would be highly challenging for you to get there in time by normal physical means. You don't see him right now. However, you also know that this is a dangerous location, so maybe they're just avoiding it. But there are several places for y'all to go from here. Nixie, do you declare your intents to the rest of the party?
Yes. Let's go
Alright.
back to the governor's aisle. Let's go check it out.
How's the party feel?
To stay away from.
How long did Bone Collector say that it would take for him to deliver the goods?
They would get to the Morbus Doctore this evening
Okay.
at the latest.
Then yes, I will follow along at a distance.
Yes. There was one ingredient on the list that you were not familiar with. It's a rose, a flower that does not grow in sunlight. And with the minion going down into what you're assuming is a cellar basement, that's probably what he was procuring, and that's likely the cause.
Okay.
Yeah, with your knowledge, I'm able to give you a lot of information, which is very fun for me.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll follow along with the party to the governor's place.
Anyone opposed?
It is far the way away from the bone sucker, which
Anywhere that's not the bone sucker, I'm good with.
yeah, I mean, y'all can all assume that is a derogatory term. That he would probably not get the warm and fuzzies if y'all were to call him that. Oh, are you going back to the graveyard or specifically?
Yeah, since there was that bit that looks sketch.
Okay.
Then I was gonna check out the tower.
All right. The party is back here. It does not seem like there's been any new prints since your last encounter here. If anyone wants to give me a survival check. Someone who's used to tracking.
Dang, I'm
Not me.
Yeah.
It's very challenging. You knew it was a long shot to begin with to go down that type of route of investigation. But well, there you go. You're not certain that there's a particular time or day or pattern to any of the chaos that you see. But definitely, this appears to be a dumping ground for the bodies. It doesn't affect you, Nixie, but you do notice as you fly over that the stairs are in very bad repair. It's also, uh, do you see the doors, or are you able to see inside? I think I put a door there.
There are doors there, indeed.
Okay, just making sure. So the doors to this, I'm gonna call it a mausoleum, just so I can stop spinning my wheels on it. The doors on the mausoleum are secured. It is not unlocked.
I could fix that.
Hmm?
Join Nixie and unlock the doors for her.
Okay. I'm keeping an eye on how close Lord gets.
Yep, that's why I went a few spaces behind.
I will say, if I do see a collision, I'm not going to be a jerk about it.
Yeah. And coming out of the Bone Collector's place, I didn't realize that whatchamacallit was right there because it was darked out and I quickly moved.
Um, when Pink went through the doors, he did not seem to care at all as he passed you, and
I
he
noticed
knows
that,
that you're
yeah.
infected. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was intentional.
I had a feeling. Do I have any idea as to what creature type he is, or is he just not something I've seen before?
Give me an Arcana check. I may be wrong on this, and if one of the other people who knows, Faye.
Okay, okay.
I believe you determined Faye by Arcana, not by
That sounds about
nature.
right.
Either way, that's the role I'm going with for today. You're able to get in, and it is not as stuffy as you imagined it would be. It is stinky. It is very stinky. You see a few rows of piers. If you have night vision, it is very dark in here, or should be. If you can see Nixie, I'm sorry, you're not supposed to.
Oh, I thought I had an ability to, like, be light.
Okay, I'll give it to you, just in case. We'll determine the truth of that later on.
Dun, dun.
Bum, bum, bum. So there you go. You got some lighting in there. Did that work? Do you all have lights?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, good. So a few broken pews, and there's a altar up here. It looks like this is where they would place the body, and a area back here where they're able to stand and speak over it. So is definitely a viewing room for the dead.
What is this thingamajig on the wall?
That is a sconce. It is not lit.
Hmm. Can I pull it?
You just want to pull it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're trying to pull it towards you?
Yep.
Give me a strength check.
Secret door.
You pull on it very hard, and it's not going in the direction that you're pulling it in.
Mm-hmm. I tried
Nixie,
pulling it.
Nixie, does sconce offend you? We can help you beat it up.
I'm just looking for, like, a secret compartment because it's not as stuffy in here as it should be. And, like, it's pretty cliche in books that, like, you pull the sconce and, like, a secret door opens up. So I was trying that.
Wait, you want to give me an investigation check? Mm. Gotta give me that that active perception, please. Okay. Very low DC for this one because it has been done numerous times. You can see the etchings along the wall underneath on the right side and above on the left side, making a semicircle. So it appears that it has been rotated many times, scraping the walls.
Oh, it's a handle, not a pull. All right, let's go.
Go where? Me not fit in sconce.
I rotate the sconce.
Okay. So you're
pop it.
real. Oh, let's gonna move you there for now. Make you a little bit smaller. So this, and this rotates up.
Da-na-na-na.
Oh, are you a wizard?
No, I just know lots of tall tales.
It's funny because you're short.
I'm giving you inspiration for that one. Lomar 2, if I didn't give it to you earlier for the augury.
Yep. Well, you gave me it was something. I'm not sure what it was for anymore.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
I already got inspiration.
Yeah, I haven't really used it much yet. As this opens up, you hear the sound of shrieks and lapping water. The stench is much worse than it was outside, and it was bad outside with the corpses. There's a sense of dread and terror that is rushing over all of you. Not so much that it's debilitating, but you're getting some bad gut feelings from the sounds and smells coming from that hole.
I'm gonna be ready to make my offering tonight. Really use that mask. Grr.
A reminder, y'all are all in a foreign land with foreign creatures and monsters. Yeah, this is your stories. What do y'all want to do?
Supposed to go in the hole where the shrieking and the smell is.
Yeah, that's usually where we find stuff.
I'm kind of curious, so I'm game.
What stuff are we looking for?
Weird junk that shouldn't be there.
You mean like a big monster that follows you?
I mean, technically, we shouldn't be here, but I'm game for going down there.
Yeah. Well. All right. Safety in numbers. But all I got to say is rut-row.
Does
Yeah.
anyone tell me what we're doing?
I have no idea, honestly. Like, she twisted it, and we got some staircases, and Tweedledee and Pixie D say we should go down the stairs. So I think that's where we're headed.
So we're gonna get rewarded if we go into the shrieks.
Knowledge is the best reward possible, so yes.
Pixie says so. She says there's stuff down there.
There's definitely stuff down there. Whether it's good or bad, we may never know.
Okay, well, I guess me check it out first then. If me not make it, make sure to vomit for me.
Promise I will.
Okay, all right, yeah, they'll miss me. Okay.
I'm currently holding some vomit back already. Don't worry.
Okay, perfect. They'll miss me at the end if someone doesn't vomit profusely. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
As you make your way down the stairs, all light stops down at the bottom. So even with dark vision, you're unable to see. It is pitch black down there. You,
Follow closely behind him.
with fairy light, or sorry, pixie light. Sounds like a beer. With pixie light behind you, you're able to make it your way, and you see a landing. And there's you're more focused on what's ahead than anything else. But you get to this gate, and it is not just locked, but there's heavy chains wrapped around it, barring it off. You hear echoes of slithering sounds down the halls. The shrieks are ear piercing. And now that y'all are actually in these catacombs like areas, I will need the party to make a wisdom saving throw.
So I've got advantage on wisdom. I probably don't need it.
I too will shield my mind as I did before. Let's two gain advantage.
24 for me.
24 definitely makes it. Already makes it. Nixie fails. And there we go. I'm able to see the amazing 20 that Baracus made. Good thing you shielded your mind.
It was important. First roll was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was. So Nixie, you're in that paralyzed state again, where your wings just kind of stop fluttering and you glide down to the floor, and you are frozen with panic and fear. Anything that can slither like that and make that kind of sound, it reminds you of that tentacle beast y'all fought just the other day. It could probably eat you, and not just eat, it wouldn't even have to chew. Is what you're imagining. That this isn't just some opening into the ground. This is a mouth. You're in a mouth, and these gates are teeth. And you're right, the teeth. Why are you right next to the teeth? But you are so afraid you cannot move. It's like finding out that the bomb diffuser robot is running on Vista.
Oh gosh.
Do me know that it's teeth?
I
No, everyone else is okay with it.
I don't want to get eaten. I don't like being eaten. I've been eaten a couple times, and I don't want to get eaten. Yeah, eaten. I don't like it.
You not get eaten. Only the little pinky toe got sucked out, but the rest of you is still fine. We just had a gate. We need the gate open. Okay, stay close, cause you bright little pixie.
You can pick her up. She's not moving.
I'm glad we're resolute here. Charge down into the hole, find these things, and now it's like, nope, it's a mouth. Are we sure we want to keep going forward?
You can sit on my shoulder. It very, very safe there.
Okay.
Okay, me grab her, put her on the shoulder. Me want to keep my flashlight.
So I'm assuming Lomar is. I'm seeing the marching order. So I'll leave y'all at that. What are y'all gonna do with the heavy chains and the locks in place?
I vomit acid on them until they dissolve.
Things I have to look up my search history. How long would acid take to go through a solid 1-inch chain?
Why is vomit our solving to everything?
It's like
The Great Purge.
just sulfuric acid. Like stomach acid actually has a pH of like 2, so it's pretty strong acid. And acid is like any like stronger than that. Like ooh.
I've got Smith tools, so if he throws up and then I strike the chain, and he throws up and I strike the chain, like they do on the railroads. A little teamwork. Maybe we can make the chains faster.
Okay. It is. I'm just gonna roll with this because it makes sense to me that trying to melt through that type of material would take at least an hour, unless one of y'all has actual knowledge that can trump that. These are very very thick chains.
At least an hour.
At least an hour.
Can I
Perfect.
help with my tools?
Yeah, you can try help with your tools. So you're trying to
I have
work on these
Smith tools. No, I'm trying. Like he's. I can create a set of tools and they're magic tools and beat away, and like as the acid's wearing away, I can take their Smith tool. So, take the hammer and chisel and start beating away at the weak points in the chain.
Yeah. We don't have to eat whole chain. Just weaken it sufficiently to lower the strength of each, just one link, and then break the weakest link.
Okay.
We're breaking
Teamwork.
it bad. Yeah, breaking it bad.
Team Deep Voice.
Yay!
While
Alright.
while this is going on, if I'm able to, I'd like to, if it's going to take an hour, I want to cast another ritual and find familiar.
Okay.
So I want to have a raven pet.
Calm, a bird, calm. Okay. Daggum, y'all.
But can you answer why is a raven like a writing desk?
Because it ain't got no thumbs.
It's a murder she wrote.
Oh, too soon. All right,
Because you can produce a
Angela
few
Lansbury.
notes.
Yeah, I know.
So it takes about an hour. You now have a raven. So let me get you a raven.
Thank you.
You want it with or without eye stalk?
What?
With or without eye stalk?
What pray tell is eye stalk?
It is a eye with the stalk, the little membrane part still attached here. There's with eye stalk.
That is the stuff of nightmares.
Sure, why not?
Then there's this one.
That's pretty cool too, actually. You know what? I'm blue. I'll take the blue one. Bluish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bird, call. And so there we go. Y'all are finally, after an hour, able to do this. So about mid-afternoon, or just afternoon, I should say. About, we'll say 1300. All right. You're able to break through. The sound of the chain falling to the ground makes a cacophonous noise, and it echoes off the walls down in the catacombs. And the shrieking eerily ceases, and there's no more sound.
Oh no. Guys, I think we released a demon.
That's what you were doing while you were throwing up.
No, I have many demons, but that is not how I expel them. Usually I expel the demons by drinking.
Stand by. Discord is being weird.
It's back.
So I'm thinking magic chains and demons. I don't know.
Okay, here we go. So let me transfer the players over here.
All right, turning on the eye lights.
Okay.
Nice.
Turn on those lights.
Good old Google. Somehow the door closed. Still heard my wife.
Let's see, we got a Nixie here.
Okay, Alexa, roll for initiative.
Do. Got a Lomar. Can't forget your new familiar.
Yep. Gotta make sure I go in and add the gold I just burned up casting this thing.
Okay, there we go. Make him a little smaller so he looks cooler. And let's see, I believe Cutter. You heard the loud sound of chains dropping outside, and your party going down the hole. What are you doing?
I as well go with them so we might at least get the first strike rather than being surprised.
Okay.
They did something dumb again.
Here, I'll move them all up a little bit. And you are just 5 feet away from Lomar.
Yeah, no, staying more than 5 feet away from Omar. At least 10, if not 15.
Yeah, it's just you got down to the stairs and there was Lomar, and so you kind of slid and dug in your heels to a stop so you wouldn't go any further. So there you are. What you see down, oh, you can't see anything? No, that's right. You're supposed to be exuding light. Let me make sure you exude light. Yeah, because there's no light.
I'm not down the stairs.
But you're on Baraka's Bone Snapper.
Baraka's also up the stairs still.
Look at
Same
the
here.
stream. Look at it. The stream
I'm
see is what
There
I
we
see.
go.
There we go.
New map, but it's all. Oh no, I can see. Just down here.
Oh, there we go.
So this is where the gate was. And so y'all have since opened it up. It's this nice little opening area. There's a clear trapdoor right there. Lots of water inside. You can imagine that this place can be flooded. Y'all are at sea level, and this place is down in the Governor's Isle, so it's kind of impressive as far as how they were able to build this safely. And now you're able to lightly appreciate it because there's some light in here, and you have a moment to see it. There is eldritch depictions on the wall, mural-esque. It shows a man. He seems to be withering away, skeletal like, on a boat, and you see him crashing onto this small island. There is this disgusting depiction of a being. You think it's a being. The image actually messes with all of your minds. So those who are looking at it, I'm going to need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. And Nixie, go ahead and give me another. This will count for your current state as well.
Some saving throw.
My fairy is not smart or wise.
I mean, wise enough to know that this is a bad idea.
So it only affects us if we're looking at it, because me in a hole of darkness looking for things to kill.
Okay. Yeah, I allow it. Lomar, this is distorting with your brain so much that you feel maybe that you start losing your uh, sense of reality. The image starts to wreathe and wiggle. You can see the tentacles on this beast uh, start undulating and coming out of the wall as if to come out and touch you. You hear a
22?
voice.
The 22 still gave me that? Sorry, a little too close.
Oh,
20
you had the advantage on it.
I have advantage on all wisdom, intelligence, and charisma saving
Gotcha.
throws.
Apologies. This is just for Nixie. Then.
I'm not
Yeah.
looking at anything. I'm just a ball sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah. You feel like the ball that wants to be cuddled by these nice, gentle tentacles.
No, I don't like tentacles.
All right. Further depictions show that this withered man gets back to land, and they make offerings of bodies and refuse, so trash and what have you. And then he goes from being gaunt at one end to being filled and fat at the other end. And on the other side, you see his family carrying on this tradition.
Baraka wished to fatten his pockets. Anything good to snatch up off the floor? He looking everywhere.
As far as you can see, there's not a lot of valuables in this room. Um, if you want to make a better inspection on the mural, so on the walls, you might see something, but on the floors, no. Again, except
Okay.
for this
Oh,
trapdoor.
well, that sounds like a good idea. After Baraka's done looking at floors, he sweeps the rest of the room. Clearly, it must be treasure somewhere. He was promised treasure.
All right, wisdom saving throw. You do see gems embedded in these murals. Um, sapphires and rubies uh, uh, are the most prominent. Sapphires are used in the depictions of the waves, and the rubies are used whenever they show the sacrificing. It doesn't look like there's ritual sacrificing where it's the death or the killings and then sacrifices, but it seems to be out of a uh, offering of it the deaths that have already been done.
By Grumsh. Nixie was right. There's treasure everywhere on the walls. Quick, someone pry these off.
Uh,
I don't like tentacles. I don't like tentacles.
what was that 9 for looking at the mural?
Oh, yes, it was a 9.
Awesome. So you see the undulating tentacles. Except for you, this isn't the first time you've seen this type of creature. In fact, you actually get to hear a voice calling out to you. Yes, chosen.
Yes, it is I, Baraka's Bone Snapper, the Bile Spewer. I have come. I listened for your name and your song and the waves and the crashing and there's gems on the walls. Can I have them?
Take, earn them. A deal. Return this filth to me.
Return the filth. You want me to vomit the whole room full? I mean, it's going to take me forever.
No. Return these people to the old ways. Sacrifice. And as he's saying this, it appears that the mural comes to life, and you actually see the depiction of them uh, sending the bodies into the seas and then being pulled out and dragged out to open ocean, where this eldritch beast devours all. And it is in such a manner that you feel like you're being absorbed into the eye of this storm.
Guys, hear me out. Wouldn't it be much more hygienic if, stay with me, instead of piling all the bodies up in the town, in the graveyard, right, instead of burying them, what if we just flush them out to sea, right? The sea is self-rejuvenating, and, it's big and wet, and you just push them all out to sea, and then fish will eat them, crustaceans and something. Yeah, what?
I just got a question. Where'd this idea come from?
I
Yeah,
think
earlier.
all of that book learning Nixie talks about, I think I read it in a book somewhere too, or someone read it. Maybe someone read it to me because I can't read so good. But someone read something about shoving dead heroes out to sea, and me think it really a good use of land. Land a precious resource, and all these dead bodies and disease of the vectors of disease. Just push it out to sea. We think it better idea.
Wouldn't they
How
just
about
come back to shore?
no? That's the great thing. If you push it out far enough, tide will sweep it all the way out, and not just dump it back on the shore. You got to really, really push it out there.
Are you volunteering us for this?
No. I mean, well, not to push you guys out there, but the dead. We should tell the town that the dead should be pushed out to sea. And then this place, I'm talking full restoration, rebeautification project. This place is going to be great. I mean, the whole plague thing. I'm thinking we can do a complete reversal. This just came to me in a vision. It's pretty genius, if you ask me.
Was it Grumsh?
Yeah, definitely Grumsh. And Grumsh says that once we do that, we're probably going to get a handsome reward. So we should get on that ASAP.
If it's good enough for Grumsh, it's good enough for me.
Yeah, I think so. That's why I said it. Let's do that, right? Talk to the people in charge, powers that be and all that, and get on this sanitation plan. Much better.
Your voice, your use of vocabulary is quite impressive.
It came to me in a vision from Grumsh. I mean, not sure me using the vernacular right, but it's something he told me to use. Fantastic. So, you guys on board? I mean, in manner of speaking, not on board the boats that we send out to sea, but on board with the plan, the vision, so to speak.
You know what? Not my dead body to deal with. I don't care what we do with it. If it makes somebody happier, then whatever.
No more tentacles.
What do you think? Do you think we should figure out how to? Are we just staying here, or what are we doing about that big giant death thing in the air still looming over us?
It is still eerily quiet.
Does anybody else hear that lack of noise? It's eerie.
Tentacles. I don't like them. Why are there so many tentacles?
Do you think we should just leave here and start with that sanitation plan? Is that what we're saying right now?
I am 100% behind that idea. Let's pitch that now. Let's go ahead and clear out of here. And then maybe later, after we've done some sanitation, we can come down here for completely unrelated reasons and, just have a look, priorities, sanitation, health of the city, highest priority, right? We're here to save lives. That's what we do. We're heroes.
It keeps us out of here and alive. I'm not against that.
Yeah, something broke, Pixie.
No more tentacles.
No tentacles, promise. Only tentacles are in the books you read, I guess. But we're heading out. We're going.
In the books you read.
Okay, I'll
Mostly pictures, but we're going.
We're going to leave that one
With
alone.
that,
We're going to leave that one alone, okay?
y'all are able to leave the catacombs. Back
Hope
at
for the
top,
best.
minus 50 DKP.
Sup nuts.
And here we go. Y'all are back up top. Once you're able to get out of there, Nixie, you're able to start moving on your own. Unfortunately, right now, anytime you see a tree, it looks like the tree has tentacles instead of limbs. Other than the psychological confusion that it causes you as a character, it does no long-lasting harm. But yeah, it's a thing. Bone Snapper, for you it's different. You don't see tentacles in the limbs and trees, but if there is a knot on the tree, or on any of the statues that have faces, you see a singular eye open. Uh, and it's not like the stone eye is opening up. It looks like it's a legitimate blood and flesh type of eye that is manifesting through it. You'll see the stone crack away as it opens up.
Clearly a manifestation of the one eye of Grumsh seeing over all. He approves. This is a blessing.
Well, and y'all leave the way down there open.
Heading out. Making my way downtown.
Walking
Tentacles
fast.
everywhere. Why are there tentacles out here? Gotta get away.
Close it up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say y'all avoided something down there, but I mean, you're back up here.
Yeah, the DM didn't just let out a loud sigh while he was off mic.
Cheater. Like, okay. Yeah. So, man, with that, Cutter, give me that perception check. Brockus, Bone Snapper, you are on. You got your griffin.
Sure do.
And his beak is bloodied right now. It wasn't bloodied when you left. You think he had a little snack while y'all were down there?
I give the feathers on the back of his, the nape of his neck, a little tap, and just to let him know I'm coming aboard, if he'll permit it. And if he doesn't snap at me, then I'll go ahead and give that a jump and mount on his back, and then we'll go ahead and catch a quick flight wherever we're going here in town.
No, yeah. When after he's fed, he's normally happy. So he's fat and happy, and he needs the exercise too. So he lets you get on.
So, who oversees sanitation in this town?
Let's just go back to the apothecaries, because they're the ones who've been curing people. Maybe they'd know.
Hmm. Yep, Cutter, you think that if the guy is still watching you, he's doing a better job, or they gave up. You're not really as into keeping an eye on him right now, or the fact that you were just down in that scary place that close to everyone. Yeah, may have thrown you off your game. Right. So I'm sending the party back to the apothecaries.
Knock knock.
Yeah, this is y'all can freely move to where y'all want to be right now. There's no more contagion
Okay.
for the next 10 seconds.
That's what I want up here.
It does appear that the Morbus Doctore has all the ingredients that is necessary, and the the small Wesselkind are at work.
Hey, DM, can I ready an action?
Certainly can.
If anyone does get within, well, any of my party members get within 5 feet of me, then I'm going to use my telekinetic mage hand to push them away.
Okay. Since it only does up to so many pounds, you're kind of like
Oh,
doing that.
no.
Yeah.
The telekinetic feat allows me to shove someone.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Man, that's handy to have if you're contagious.
Yeah.
Right. So you're feeling a little worse, but it's still about with all that time you spent there, and by the time you got back to here, it's almost 1500. You haven't really eaten anything today, so there's that to concern you. You're all a little bit hungry, except for Nagnash, because he's fat and happy.
Knock knock.
Both the Morbus Doctore and the Wesselkin are diligent in their works. Neither of them look at you. They might be listening.
Hey, Morbus Doctore. So our friend Baracus here, had a vision from Grumsh. It's very important. And
Yes.
he says that we can save the city by just dumping all the bodies in the ocean so that like ocean things can eat them and then the contagion won't be in the air.
Right. So big ecosystem can more easily absorb the what's word? Grumps. Give me word. Bioload. He says bioload. More easily managed bioload, and thus cleansing city.
So back to the old ways.
Well, me don't know if it's old, but just practical, just trying to be utilitarian about it.
Well, that was outlawed, you see. That's why it's no longer done.
Outlawed? Why? Who decide?
Oh, the lady wife of our late governor.
Was she an elected official or just some sort of pro tem position?
Rumors abound. We don't buy into rumors. Annalita von Reise came from who knows where, but she married into the Bowengrot family, and one day they were found to all be dead besides her. So she is the rightful lady of Liesech.
And no one thought to question the dictates of the lone survivor, a mysterious origin who determines that old ways no longer be followed, and cataclysmic plague and spread across city. No one think to question this?
Many did. I'm sure you saw most of them in the graveyards on Governor's Isle.
Right. So everyone who questioned it is dead, and now only those who unflinchingly say that sounds fine are still with us.
There are a few, I'm sure, along the ocean front. Most of them were wiped out in a horrible sea surge that happened only a year or so ago.
So just for the record, which camp do you fall into? Now that I know this information, after the fact, and had no bearing on my decision or suggestions previously, where do you fall politically?
We do not get involved. The Morbus Doctore are not above or below such things. We are just not. We focus on our work.
Right, apolitical. Cool. So theoretically, if one were to, I don't know, try to run for elected government, for sanitation reasons, what would be the process?
Oh, considering it's through heredity, you could try marrying Annalita von Reise.
Oh my.
Currently unmarried.
I am a handsome devil.
Though there are her followers. What is it they call them? And the Wesselkin pipes up. Cult of the Black Lady. Yes, Cult of the Black Lady. They are devoted.
And what happens? Who's governor if she dies?
Again, I'm sorry. We don't take stock in rumors. It is said that one heir yet lives, but no one knows where. If true, then naturally the last living heir of the Bowengrots would be the next in line. If not, I'm sure there's succession rules in this city. We are not from here originally either.
Hey, Cutter, you got a plan?
Plan for what?
Don't really want to say it out loud right here, but like get with the sneaky and the stabby.
Yeah, I am always available for contract. You pay, I do my thing.
You don't want bones, right?
No, that was not fun. I wish to avoid him.
Also, I'm not paying you.
So I don't know how you guys feel about a coup, but I got a lot of fans back at the inn, and I got a feeling if we just nudge them in the right direction, we can have a full-blown revolt.
That'd be a good distraction for our stabby and sneaky.
And that's more bodies to push out to sea. Not that anyone, needs more bodies in particular, but I mean, I'm just saying there's a plan regardless for what to do.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Excellent.
Let's go back to the tower place and have a look-see around it to get our bearings and formulate a better battle plan than raise the peasantry and sneak in and stabby.
Wait, we're actually going to do a plan. Oh, we're moving along as a group.
So wait, the plan involves going back to the place where you were screaming about tentacles. Do I have that right?
Well, no, not the tentacle place, but next to the tentacle place, I don't want to go near the tentacle place. No, thank you. No tentacles. And don't let me see trees. They freak me out.
Right, trees bad, tentacles bad. So where exactly were we going then to formulate this plan?
The tower. We gotta go see what the tower looks like. Entrances, egresses, where to do the stabby and sneaky.
I guess I can take care of the stabby. I just need half my fee up front.
While y'all are having that conversation, I'm just gonna butt in real quick. The Morbus Secretary goes to Lomar, and he has a syringe and 2 vials. And he also has a scalpel ready with a scrape glass square.
Am I giving you blood or am I about to inject something?
This is so we have good tracks of how this will affect you. We should be tracking you each day. Perhaps you're better off or worse. And if you outsiders possess some unique traits, perhaps we can find a way to synthesize and find a cheaper, better cure. It's never too late to improve. Will you
That makes
give?
sense.
Will you give willingly?
Yes,
Just
I
two
will.
vials. Okay. He's able to deftly puncture your vein uh, and get the blood out. Doesn't take much time at all. Doesn't hurt significantly. Um, oh man, maybe he botched that one.
Gosh.
Yeah, so
That's
4 + 1.
that's infiltration right there. That's a double puncture. That's
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. He apologizes and gets a better. I mean, yeah, he had to get a better stick. But he didn't have to impale you. So you got that going for you. And then the scraping. There are a few small black spots that have started producing themselves on your body. And he goes to scrape one of these onto the glass. Um, you don't feel that cut at all.
Oh, that's delightful.
Yeah. And this black ooze is uh, it looks like tar, but it's a little bit more viscous, so a little more pustule. Like if tar and pus had a baby, that's what's coming out of you.
All right.
Like tar on a hot day.
Yeah. I hope this imagery is helping.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I can even smell it.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Like a rotting corpse that was dropped off at an oil field. And with that, I that was what was going on while y'all were having this conversation. Please, Nixie, pick up where I interrupted. I am sorry.
No, we don't pay you, Cutter. Like, we're gonna go on the mission too. So we're not like contracting you. You can either come or you can stay here. I'm not paying.
Okay, I will stay here.
Okay, have fun. Bye bye.
Don't worry, Nixie. I might be able to find a way to get Cutter involved.
At this point, I'm staying here.
Okay. So y'all are staying here at the apothecarist.
I'm gonna do a little bit of greasing palms and shaking hands and kissing babies over at the vomit inn and see if I can get the pulse of who's down to clown, so to speak.
Following Baracus. I want to figure out what Grump's up to with throwing bodies into the thing.
You are very intrigued with the work that is being done by the apothecarist. So you do feel a slight pull to watch a master craftsman uh, do his job. But I will not be pulling any DM shenanigans to keep you there.
I'm interested, but not quite magic items. One slight deviation off from where I am.
He nods, and as he is getting back to his work, he does say, "It did feel like you were kindred to us."
I like to try to be a people person.
Hmm. Interesting. Are you fully integrated, or do you consider yourselves separate?
Oh, we all have names. Um, but I thought we should talk about things like that here.
Very well. Specifically, who's talking about Arturo and Artie?
Yes, and
Yeah,
he
just
was
make sure it's clear.
the Ixnay on Magic A was clear A.
You get the feeling he doesn't care.
Hey, Artie gets slapped hand once. Artie doesn't slap hand twice.
Okay. All right.
That's how he lives.
All right. I'm going to let some wheels get greased. Where is everyone?
Can I go fly around the governor's mansion?
What do you mean by fly over there?
I just want to like fly around it.
Okay. It appears to be unlived in. It is worn down and unkept. There's overgrown brush. The bushes and hedges are horribly out of whack because they have not been whacked. The same goes for the weeds. But the house itself has definitely seen better days. All the windows are kind of stained and smogged up to make it very difficult to look inside.
And the tower.
So you're attempting to fly to the belfry. How are you making that approach, and how close do you want to get?
I just want to kind of like fly up to its level, but still be like a good like 50 yards out.
Okay. At about 50 yards out. Um, give me a perception check, and if you're trying to be stealthy about it, you can definitely try. It's going to be a stealth check at disadvantage.
I am not a stealthy person.
You're not at all. So good thing is you know that you're not stealthy, and you can see several people down below looking up at you. Everyone looks small at that distance, but you're pretty sure there's lots of Wesselkins looking up at you. Also, you're not 100% positive, but you think some of these stone statues that are on the belfry move their heads in your direction. The veiled people down on the ground in front of the belfry. Uh, it's hard to tell, but you're thinking they might be looking up at you. But yes, this belfry is pretty well protected from what you can see at that distance. And it also looks like there is a way for you to get into the belfry from above. So there's an open air bell tower, belfry, so the bells can ring out. But you've noticed you've been here several days, and the bells have not rung once.
We could probably get up there. Okay. Sounds good. Let go.
Okay. Right, gonna go back to Bone Snapper. Brockus, as you leave the apothecarist, it's about that time of day where people, if they were, uh, you know, done eating, they would be going about and having their day. You haven't eaten yet. You do know there's a tavern on this little island, um, and that might be a reasonable place for you to check out if you so desire. Or
Can you ping the island one more time?
there you go.
Okay. So yeah, we not far from there anyway. We can go there, I suppose. But really, me want to go back to the in-house and talk to them. Some of those who I know were fans of mine and my great shows of filth, and see if maybe we can, get a take the pulse of the room and just kind of figure out who's with us. Given the proclivities of the in-house.
Okay. So you want to go back to
Yeah,
all the way down there. You notice Nixie is drawing all this attention, which actually gives you a advantage. You're able to pass by pretty close to the belfry, with a lot of heads looking up.
Nice. So yeah, Nash and I will beeline it for the in-house, and I'll grab a bite to eat over there, and then I don't know how long I'll wait before I have it come back up, but I'll get some nourishment.
Yep. So the welcome you receive there is very great. The innkeeper is very proud, and then it looks like he wants to talk to you, but he feels uncomfortable about it. And he does come up and he does say to you, um, now we really do appreciate your offerings, since, well, the Dark One has told us we can't. We're defiant, but our sacrifices and offerings aren't nearly enough, it seems. And times are hard. I won't ask you to pay full price, and you're surely doing the Deep One's work, but I can't, in good conscience, with the young ones and all, keep letting you stay for free. Uh, Not the whole group, mind you. You, of course, you bring in a good show, and I do what I can, but your other companions not so. Yes, bleeding me dry.
Understood. Let it not be said that an eye of Grumsh is cold-hearted for the bare facts of existence are laid manifest, or something like that. So anyway, we have a plan to restore prosperity to Liesech. You're gonna like this. Okay, so get a load of this. We got all of those bodies up on the north side of town, right? They're just piling them up. So what we need to do is push them all out to sea. And all I need is like everybody in this in-house who's willing, and we're gonna have ourselves a little revolt. Now, many of you will die. I'm not pointing fingers. Bob over there, I'm not sure he's gonna make it, but this is all in the grand scheme of things. Get here, wait for the punchline. Drop in the bucket for the greater good of his deep dwellingness, his filthiness. So,
I thought this was for Grumsh.
well, he dwells deep in Nishrek. He goes by many names. I understand how that could be very confusing for you as a uninitiated one of Grumps. So anyway, we're gonna push the bodies out to sea. It's gonna be under the guise of sanitation, but you between you and me, and we know what's up. So you know some people we can trust.
Oh, it warms this salty heart to hear you say that. Little dangerous too. You see, the hearing one sometimes has his minions swing by to take tabs, but I don't see him, that fella here, right now. I can get the lads ready. Uh, most of the women too, they're scarier than some of the lads are. Yeah, you give us the word, and oh, I assure you, Frost Church will rise again.
Yes, absolutely. We will churn with the froth. So what we're going to need, we're going to do a little bit of legwork, figure out exactly where the weak spots in this plan are. The group's going to get together, have a little discussion about it. If you know anything that might be helpful, it's unforeseen bumps in the road, permits that we might have to work past some of the officials. I hear ruling mayor pro tem, what's her face, who took over when the Bowen Grafter, whatever, the previous folks here, they seem to be, pretty okay with the whole Froth Church. And there's a new lady. She's not blood, right? She married in, so she got all these wild ideas about not dumping bodies in the ocean, but really it make a lot of sense from hygiene perspective. So regardless of religion, I'm just saying this from like a purely secular perspective. We can get a lot of people on the fence behind this if we just we got to sell it. It's a PR thing. We're gonna get it done, right? So like you let me know where we gotta work at some of the soft bits to make it happen. So just point me in the right direction, buddy, and I'll grease palms or cut hands off or whatever I need to do.
Oh, it seems you don't know. Uh, Annalita, the black one, she murdered all the bone guards. I mean, rumors abound that one of one of the boys scampered off and is being held safe, but I mean, I've not heard hide or tail of that one.
So there is a successor. I don't have to marry this lady because I was getting a little nervous. Me and marriage is kind of, it's
Oh, she wouldn't marry. No, not unless she wanted to kill you. Wait until you're nice in the bed with her cold corpse of a body. Yeah, the depths of the seas are friendlier and more nurturing than she ever will be. Her and her
yikes.
turning all the high class into her minions with their veils and their thinking themselves better now that they gets to live forever. Oh, we know what they truly are.
Oh, well, go ahead and fill me in on that last bit then, because I don't think I necessarily know what they truly are. Could you kind of piece that together for me? Talk to me like I'm dumb.
Bloodsuckers, that's what they are, and not in the figurative sense.
So not leeches. They're not leeches.
No, vampires.
Oh, where. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so that changes things a little bit. We're gonna probably need a contingency plan for vampire killing, but okay, all right. So good. This is progress. This is so we're okay. Couple things. Kiddo, you got any idea where they got him stashed?
No, I. Most days I don't believe it to be true. It's dangerous to hope too much.
Okay, in the event that there is no air, right? Like, just worst case scenario, just say there's no air. Is there going to be like a forum where everyone just, like puts their hat, out there and says, hey, vote for me? Is it going to be, vote? How does that work?
Well, she's probably the only reason the Burrock Empire hasn't come in and taken over. Of course, she'd like to slash all them to Kingdom Come too. Then there's the Chernoke Kingdom. They would fight, and they'd fight the Burrock Empire, and so we'd probably all just be collateral damage should she pass away. But there's more than just living in fear. Ha
Okay, I'm not hearing a lot of great things unless there's someone who can step in who's sufficiently powerful to maintain and control and keep foreign entities out. Okay, so that's wow. Okay, power vacuum, got it. So this is a little more complicated than I thought. I thought this was going to be a real easy 1-2, kick somebody out. Okay, all right. Back to the drawing board, maybe a little bit, but still pushing bodies out to sea. Just that'll piss her off probably, but stick it to her. That's what I always say.
You're looking for information that might be helpful. There's also the Golden Barge Company. They're not as influential or useful as they used to be, but they're what you call it when you don't pick sides. They're they're bastards. That's what they are. They're standing aside and just doing their job.
Right, impartial, right, conscientious, yeah, something like that. Yeah, got it. Okay, so Golden Barge. They're in the trading business. I take it they'd want to see Liege flourish again as a
Yes, they're
port town. So
Yes.
this best outcome, get them as a backer, maintain independence, city-state thing, keep that rolling, and dump bodies in the ocean.
all right. They're 3 islands over. Furthest one to the east of us, but they're all about gold. So if you got gold, they'll do business with you. They'll never be a friend.
Gold. I don't have a whole lot of that. Oh, okay. Contingency payments. Got it. Maybe maybe gems. I could see this. Maybe I'm going to be a little poor for this, but I think yeah. No, we can sell this. We can sell this. Gems are portable. I like it. They'll probably be on board. Now, forget what I said about gems. There's no gems, but I gotta talk to a guy about a horse. I mean a gem. I mean bodies.
Speaking of horses, there's been a lot of dead ones around. You know anything about that? It happened shortly after you and your friends arrived.
Right. Dead horses. So you filled me in a little on the whole vampire thing. Let me let you know a little something about griffins. They like to eat horses. It's just not. I kind of buried the lead there, but that's it. They like horse meat. So real sorry about that. If anyone is particularly offended, just let them know they can send me a bill or something. I'll try to hash that out when we have new management here in town. It'll all get sorted out. I promise it'll come out of the bottom line. It's gonna be okay. Just let them know. Hey, if they're down to work with the plan, then recompense. Reparations or restitution, and you will be made whole. Is what I can have you promise them. They'll be made whole. We just need to talk to the Golden Barge about gems. That I definitely did not see any gems, but we're going to talk to them about that, and then I will let you know when we're going.
But just between the two of us, a few gems would definitely set you and your friends up.
And he says that like whispering into your ear as he passes. So that is the quietest thing he said to you. And he goes back to the bar.
Right. Perfect. Okay. Good. I think I got all that sorted out. Let me go ahead and tell Nixie and the others, and we got a lot to do. So I go quickly to relay the info.
Okay. With that, we had a Nixie adventure. Artie was with Baracus. Did Artie want to jump in on any of that?
No, but Artie is hyper suspicious of Baracus now.
Okay.
What's the big deal, man? There's going to be gems. City's going to get clean. I don't know what the big deal is. It's all going to be good, buddy.
So somebody's I feel like there's somebody else here at play besides Grumsh.
Well, Grumsh has many manifestations. Me not know if you've heard of other, avatars of Grumsh. Sometimes he makes himself, different shapes and forms. God of storms to humans, and one god. It's complicated, Usually things with one eye is it's not. It's kind of a thin veil. It's a little
Complicated's my thing though.
right. It's a little bit of a trope, but one eye. It's pretty good chance could be an avatar of Grumsh. Good enough for me. So hey, we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're definitely we're doing it, but not Grumsh.
Given one of the disgusting lores on how orcs were made, is very similar in some ways. With that, switching back to Lomar and Cutter. If you see Artie and Baracus and Nixie in here, they're not actually here. So what goes down while the schemes are being made over here? So Morbus Doctori and the Wesselkin are just at work. They're willing to answer and speak, but they're very diligent.
I'm trying to watch as much as possible and maybe asking questions to understand the process, because obviously, one, I'm curious, and two, I'd love to just learn how to cure this this disease. So anything I can pick up from them, I'd love to figure out.
Give me a medicine check.
Yep. I only roll low. Crap.
The effects of the disease are starting to get to you. You feel physically weaker, and normally your physical attributes haven't been a concern for you as long as they allowed you to continue your intellectual pursuits. And this is a detriment to you now. You're starting to feel that it's starting to affect you. It's not so to Lomar's player, mechanically, there's nothing really going on yet.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to make sure that was clear. Now with that, Cutter.
Yippers.
So you've taken stock of your situation. You've been in places like this before. The niceties of some people and generosity of people can wear off, even when it comes from people who are being genuine. Y'all's resources, you're starting to notice, are low as a group and collective. You know at least one person who might be able to procure jobs for you. There may be others, but you know of at least one, and that is the collector. You got the Morbus Doctore, and with his going rate being about 2,000 gold pieces for a cure, you're sure he's got some finances that may not all be going towards his pursuits of figuring this out. And you also haven't met too many other Morbus Doctores yet. So this is all things that you've been thinking about. And again, that small creature that was keeping tabs on y'all.
I would probably ask them, since I'm there, Mobus Doctorum, while they're doing their alchemy thing.
I didn't understand the question. Sorry.
Sorry. While they're doing their alchemy thing, making sure that mic's working, I'll just walk up and be like, "Is there any work that needs to be done? Could use a bit of extra spending money."
Hmm. He actually does stop and looks you up and down. Uh, you can kind of see his little uh, the shine from the red of his lenses. It feels like they're beating down on you as he appraises you to figure out what he could use you for. And then he goes back to work, and he says, without much concern in his voice, as to the implications of the words that are about to come out. We can use living subjects. Humans we have plenty of. Different races or even creatures that have shown signs would be useful. Mm, The more exotic, the better.
This I can find for you.
Yes, samples are good. Live specimens are are even better. Mm. Do you go straight to that task?
I'm gonna go find the collector
Okay.
and
Um,
see what he offers, and if I see live subjects on the way, then
as a reminder, you probably would have asked for the fee, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah,
Okay. Um, he states, for sample, I'll give 10 for living, 50. The more exotic, we will give more.
it's low, but I'll find the really exotic person.
Mm. Ooh, if you find an ogrish with weeping pox, bring bring it here. We are most curious in them.
Will do.
Does Cutter know what an ogrish is?
I do not, 'cause I'm not from this world. Yeah.
Right.
Ogrish. What's this look like?
Hmm. Hmm. Very similar to Pink, but more humanish looking. Very large. Normally jovial.
Wonderful.
Yes. Will most likely be wearing fancy clothes.
Even better.
Yes.
Lots of money.
Oh, for an ogrish, 250. Alive, 500.
This could be good. I will find this Ogrish. I'm sure Pink can help.
Yes, we know he will. With that, make your way outside and make your way over to the collector.
I'm
You
check.
will you will see a another creature similar to the lackey that Pink had, um, and he's leaning up against a wall, and he's kind of stretching his ear out to hear. Yeah, sees you and smiles.
Can I help you?
Oh, I'm here to help you. we noticed that you were going in to see the fat guy. Uh, my boss is a little more discreet than him. Saw what you brought in. Y'all are very flamboyant. We want to let you know the fat guy's not the only game in town. The listener, yeah, listener has jobs, and he doesn't always require bones. He's unique.
Okay. I work the jobs that pay the most.
Hmm. Awesome. You still staying down at the water side where your friends are right now? Pretty sure they were having lunch. I don't think you've ate today. Here, you want to go to the inn? It's on me.
That will work.
Huh? So he takes you to the inn on the north side of town.
That one, yeah. Open up that one. Yeah.
There you go. Should have brought everyone to it. So that's the inn that you're at, and let me see if I can bring that guy over. That way everyone gets to see his ugly mug. Now, this inn varies extremely. It is bleh, it is very different from the other inn. Whereas the inn down south was a lot more ruckus, uh, and there was a lot more liveliness to it. This place, even though there's maybe just as many bodies in it, it is very dour. Uh, with the exception of a few very well dressed patrons. They're sitting down and they're laughing, but you're familiar enough with deception to know that they're faking it. Um, they're not really happy. They're putting on a show. Uh, but you and your new friend, they're are able to get a seat. It's actually a very nice table. It's actually clean, as opposed to most of the others you see where the dust has kind of been caked on. Uh, the fare here is looks like the wording on the menus a lot nicer. The menus are actually nicer, uh, but you have the feeling that the food is going to be just as disgusting and rancid as closer to the water, if not more so, because it's further north. Anything in particular Cutter would like to eat?
The least disgusting looking thing.
Hmm. Well, we've had a strange situation where most of the horse meat we had has been, eaten up. No idea where that that could have gone to. He smiles at you knowingly.
Just roll
It's
my
okay.
eyes.
There was a nice calamari that just got imported in the other day. Uh, sorry, all the eyes have been, taken. Uh, but yeah, I recommend that. Actually, waiter, bring over some of that fine calamari we brought you the other day. Do you fancy a drink?
Just water.
Oh, I wouldn't recommend the water. Unless you're trying to get sick. I mean, not as sick as your blue friend, but.
I'll pass on the drink then.
Hmm. Well, what I recommend might make you go blind, but it's definitely the safest option you have. Uh, Or the red stuff. We still have the red stuff here. Just don't get the black lady special. With that, the fancy clothed couple table, you hear clattering of their utensils drop on the plate, and he looks at you and says, "Eh, you can figure out what that's about. What kind of work you looking for?"
Anything that pays well.
Anything he says. Anything he says.
Yeah. If the price is right and I can do it, I'll take the job.
Oh, yeah. If you want to kill the fat man, we'll let you have all of his worldly possessions, as he likes to call it.
Yeah. Will cost more than just that.
Yeah, smart move. Nah, he'd probably tear you apart and add you to his collection. He likes keeping that close to the chest.
Yeah. I saw the sign outside the shop.
Yeah. So you don't mind getting your hands a little dirty, a little red, I take
A
it.
little, a lot.
Hmm.
The more red, the higher the price.
Very well then. We've got a few jobs lined up. I'm not gonna drop them on you here, but and he starts speaking in thieves' cant. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little different than you're used to. It takes you a while. It's like the cipher is off, but you're able to pick it up after a little bit. Yeah, you get to catch the tail end of what he's saying, and it's like you really don't understand what I'm saying. I thought I've had you pegged right.
It's different dialect.
Yeah. Well done. Now then. Oh, dude, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I can. I'll send the boys your way. It'll happen in passing, probably when you're doing your checkups, but you get the job done, yeah, you'll be pleasantly rewarded. And yeah, just don't let the good doctor know, okay? But if any of the targets have, you know, they're just crying their pox out, yeah, then you can take them to him. We had a deal go south, and well, let's just say I got promoted out of it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, food's much better as a higher rank. Trust me. Now, you don't spend too much time here. Again, and just stay away from the water.
Will do.
Mhm. And with that, he leaves you there.
If the food that gets delivered actually looks palatable, I'll eat it. If not, I'll eat one of my rations that I have.
So the coral grazer y'all killed in the past session, that is what is served up to you, and it actually does look appetizing.
Okay, I'll eat it. Mhm.
It does not taste nearly as good as it looks. Um, it, you don't know if it's the smell in the air or if it's the actual food in your mouth, but uh, or the experience you had down in the catacombs. It's just you can stomach it, and you're hungry enough that you eat it up. But uh, maybe staying in this place isn't the best for y'all's health as far as food goes.
Yeah, I'll go back to the other place for tonight. But other thing I
Yep.
would do is go see the bone collector guy after
Okay.
this.
Yep.
You can jump to others if you need to.
Okay. Yeah, because we did stay on you for a bit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, Nixie. All right,
Time
back to
check.
Lomar. Oh, time check. Oh, you're right. We got about 15 minutes left. Uh, Collectively, does the party want to knock anything out? Actually, I know we went over, but does the party want to knock anything out tonight?
Now, like I said, Lomar is pretty much just going to be trying to gather as much info on this cure and process as he can, but otherwise, nothing else really.
I mostly just want to knock out Annalena, but that's going to be next time.
More information gathering there at the bar as you've grown to become a tavern celebrity. You hear about some of the ancient stories of what went down, and that uh, tidal surge that the Morbus Doctori mentioned, wiping out most of the seafront. That event did happen. The rumors that the tavern folks mentioned to you was that there was a great battle from Annalita, and she went out to the Eye of the Sea to fight um, the Deep One, and the battle caused great waves that slammed into the seafront and destroying piers and docks and boats, and just really jacking up the town. And after that, she returned, uh, wearied and tired, and uh, basically held herself up in the belfry. And no one has really seen her since then. And that was almost 2 years ago now. The increasing numbers of the cult of the Black Lady, the black veiled ones, uh, makes them believe that she is definitely still active but recovering. Uh, and no one believes in this tavern believes that the Deep One was defeated. Yeah. So
secure lodging for this night.
So yeah, about that lodging. I'm still paid up, but I think Inkeep said everyone else is going to have to start ponying up.
How much is it?
I didn't get that far, but he just needs to be able to feed the kids and stuff like that, so it can't be too much for adventurers like us. But if we could maybe work that deal out with the Golden Barge and push some stuff out to sea, we might be able to get a few gems.
Oh, if you don't mind, it's only one silver piece to stay. Um, if you're looking for a little more protection, though, an extra silver piece, and I can get a few of the lads to stay up night, sober like, as it were.
Sure. Here's 2 silver.
Oh, why, that's a fancy looking face on that one. Huh. Well, that'll be good. I can collect it from the others. Uh, Mr. Dwarf, appreciate you not uh, starting any trouble. You don't happen to know a young lady dwarf? Can't really tell if her hair is red or if it's just from the blood of all the fights she's lost.
Oh, I would like. I've. She sounds kind of sexy, but nope, not from here. Would- I wish I had a few more friends though. I
Oh,
mean, these are great. We got great friends already. I'm making some better ones. Just some dwarf friends would be great.
Oh, with all the trouble and rumors y'all have stirred up, I'm sure she'll find you soon. Just be careful. She's friendly.
Sounds like my kind of gal.
Yeah. Good luck. With that, y'all are able to pay and get settled in for the evening. Cutter, when you get to the big guy, uh, most of his deals that he has right now is just procuring uh, unique bone structures. He does specifically ask if you come across an ogrish. Uh, he's only ever had one, and he is able to pat himself and claim that that's how he got this amazing physique he has. And he'd like to add to his collection. And he'll pay you handsomely for it. But
Little.
he's got plenty of bones right now. He doesn't really need a personal collector, but he does mention the others. If you come across the earache, don't know what he's calling himself now. I think the listener. If you could permanently keep him from hearing anything, that would be beneficial to me. But I'm sure I'll have needs. People come to me making requests, and I take payment from their bones. But sometimes I'm not able to give them exactly what they need when they ask for it, and I need someone to carry out those requests. I'll send my lackey your way with the details. So, just looking around the place, you assume that these will be smash and grab type requests. But you also get the feeling that sometimes people ask him to knock people off.
That's fun.
So you've got two of the bone traders in your ear. All right. After that, do you return to the party, or you gotta
I'll
do?
go back to the end.
Yep. Do you give up your 2 silver pieces?
Yeah, I'll just have to go to the dude.
Okay. The party is able to retire for the night. You're in the room. I will have the. Is the party just gonna go to sleep? Are you gonna discuss anything? How are y'all going to bed this evening?
I wanted to discuss some stuff when everyone got there.
Okay, everyone's there. Please discuss.
So I checked out the belfry, and like we can just fly on top of it and go down the bell tower. Like there's a bell up there and everything, and we can just go down it. That's probably the easiest way. I mean, they'll probably expect it, but I feel like it's something they can't defend well, even if they want to. It's not made to do that.
Do we still get to use my peasant revolt distraction?
Oh, of course. We don't want those guards seeing us try to go in there.
Fantastic. Then I'm all for the plan.
There's a scraping sound on the roof, and just outside that really dirty window outside of your room while you're discussing this.
Hmm.
We've been made. Scatter.
Alright.
So everyone's passive perception was able to hear that. Does anyone wish to investigate it?
I'm gonna go after it.
Okay. The window is so grimed over, it's almost impossible to open. So you get to it and you realize that immediately. If you would like to make a strength check, or sorry, an athletics check to open it up, go for it. Nice. Yeah, it snaps, and you can see that there was actually some grime and sediment from all this salt air. You're able to get out, and you see uh, two small creatures, and they're darting in two different directions, north and east. So one looks like they're going to the bridge, the other one looks like they're going uh, into this neighborhood north.
All right, I
Yeah.
yell at Pixie to get the one going not to the neighborhood, and I'll go after the neighborhood one.
Okay. And I think that's where we'll start the next session. There's a evening chase. So yeah, there's a lot of lore gathering tonight, and it seems like y'all have a plan. Still not 100% sure of what y'all need. And how balance is involved here, but y'all definitely get some good vibes that y'all are on a path, if not the path. So if anyone has any questions, gonna stay on for a bit, and I know we're streaming, so if anyone in the stream has any questions, we can take those. But if you got to call it a night, totally get that. It is late as of now.
I have to put
Any
the
questions?
little one to bed, so I have to get going.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming, Lamar.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
Good night. Any questions, concerns, or did I cause any confusions?
I said.
Yay. Is the apothecarus like, are you okay with the apothecarus as the yeah, I think it's pretty obvious, but that is the artificer in town that would be able to lead you to your next level.
Oh, I was thinking of him more of like potions and whatnots. That's why I was like, oh, you're what is the other people called? I can't remember what the fuck they make potions as a subclass instead of magic
Alchemist?
items. Alchemists, yeah. Instead of, you know, someone who, because really the thought Artie has is magic is low key here. Not going to find a lot of magic items. There's some dude who can teach you how to make a potion, but that's not a magic item.
Yeah, I don't think that Artie picked up on it. It was more of a Lomar thing, but Lomar found a spell scroll in the Doctore's place, and it's part of the steps of creating the cure.
I don't think we discussed that.
Yeah, I don't think you were here for that portion. That's why I wanted to make sure that was clear, because although it's a different route of an artificer, it is still an artificer, so there is some cross training that can be done.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe not in your specialty, but definitely in the ways of being an artificer and in creating and the uh, thought processes and techniques that go into doing such things.
Makes sense.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Any questions from chat?
does do you know what race the Morbus Doctori is? I've been laying it on very thick, but I think you might be the only one who would know this. Actually, I mean, Everyone except for Nixie has been in the Grim Hollow universe a little bit longer.
I have a few. Is it? Oh God, is it one of the player character races?
Yes.
Okay, and then um. Oh my God, I'm trying to think. It's not the haunted ones or the alive again things. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah. It's okay. Yeah, you're right on track. It's the C the C ones.
Yep. Okay. There's what are they called? The undreamed or the dreamers or something like that. They're like a race of people that.
Dreamers are different.
Oh, there's somebody in the Grim Hollow that's like a set of like
Twins.
elf people that are left that haven't like were left like a civilization that was forgotten for a long ass time, and now they're just starting to pop up again or something.
No, so those are two. I think those are two different races. I could be wrong, but there you got the Dreamers. So they were the elves that were. There was a great catastrophe that was happening to the world, and so they buried themselves, and they locked themselves in a vault until these dwarves that were trying to hide from. I think it was the Burok Empire. So they locked themselves in their mines and just kept digging, 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 diggy
I
hole.
think I think
Until
those
they
are who I'm talking about.
so those are the Dreamers, and then you have the Downcast.
No, yeah, no, I'm definitely not confusing the Downcast.
Okay.
Or Laneshi. That's who they are.
All right, I'm calling it that, guys. That was a good game.
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
Stream.
See you Sunday.
Let's go see this other group that's playing D&D. And it looks like they're in a dungeon right now. You can also use the raid emote if you're subbed, just to give a nice little raid. Or a spookaladdle raid. You couldn't spell it the same way that I spelled the emote?
Yep. I don't know how to spell. I can't read.
Okay, you can't read?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna have like 5 different raid messages. Cool.
But let's go with what Bloody does, because Bloody always makes the best ones.
Yes.
That's just true.
Anyways, ending spiel time. Next stream will be Sunday, and it will be an art stream. I will be working on more D&D character VTuber stuff. I'm going to be cutting the Spore Druid. Yes, making her all movable. And then Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time as well. And then Thursday. But next stream of D&D is 2 Fridays from now. Bye-bye!